Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome again to another one of our fantastic workouts for seniors at home. Today is going to be another mixed bag of exercises so that we can make sure to get your full body in this week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with our warm-up. I'd like it if you could start with your feet a little wider than shoulder width this time. We're going to start with our rotational exercises. So put your hands together, make sure they're clasped together nice and tightly. We're going to draw our hands across and flex the elbows out almost as though we're swinging a baseball bat. Then we're going to extend our arms and rotate. I'm going to pick up my left heel. I'm going to twist as far as I can, and then I'm going to come back and repeat. You can go and do this a little faster than me or a little slower than me. If you can't pick up that heel, just focus on doing it through the waist. It's like a wood chop, baseball bat swinging action. We'll do 5, 4, pick up the heel if you can, get more range of motion, 3. We're going to go from high to low for the last ones, 2, and 1. Great, keep those hands in place. This time we're going to flex the elbows to our right shoulder. We're going to extend them and twist to the left. And if you can, pick up the heel of your right foot so you can get a little bit more range here. Although that's not necessary, only if you can. Hey, if you can't twist through the whole waist, just make it a movement through your arms. Get through as much of this range of motion as you can. We'll do 5 more for 5, 4, try to go from a high-low position now, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's draw our arms out to the sides. We're going to do really quick but really small circles going backwards with the arms. Make them a little slower and a little larger. Again, this is according to your body's ability, so your range of motion. Keep swinging the right arm backwards. Start sending the left arm forwards. And then make them smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, nice and quick. And then you can stop. Let's put our toes together, so toes are touching, heels are apart, so feet pointed in. We're going to raise and fall for 20 repetitions, 3 at a fairly quick pace, 4 although if you can't follow along with me, 5, just go a little bit slower, 6, 7, 8, 9, go as high up on the ball of your foot as you can, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I'd like for you to take your arms now, swing them as far back as you can get them without really opening up the wingspan. So as far back and as high up as you can get them. Hold it there for just a moment, really probably forcing your shoulders back. And then swing the arms as far forward and high up as you can. Again, this is where I would expect to see the greatest disparity in abilities. So many of you might not be able to raise the hands all the way to the shoulders, so go as high up as you can go. And as always, you can do this a little faster or a little slower than me. Just make sure that when you reach the extreme in both directions, you pause just for a second. And flex the muscles. We'll do 1 more. Excellent. Tuck your chin into your chest. Let your shoulders droop forwards. Slowly let your spine flex 1 vertebrae at a time, 1 vertebra at a time. Slide your palms down the front of your legs. Go as low as you can go. Let your knees bend a little bit. And then rise up. Pull the shoulders back. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Breathe in, and we'll do that 1 more time. Let your spine flex 1 vertebra at a time. Go as low as you can, really reach. And come all the way back up. Good. We're going to get started with the actual strength training portion now, and I would like to prioritize legs right now. So you're going to want a chair if your legs are feeling strong, or a wall. So if it's a chair, you're going to be doing squats, So sitting down, fully resting, and standing back up. Or you can use the wall method that I've been advocating recently for those of you who can't get all the way down to the chair, or maybe that's just too strenuous to do for multiples. So get yourself set in front of the wall. We're going to push the hips back until you have the wall as a support, and then rise up. If you want to go lower and you feel like you have the strength, just step away a little bit further. We will, we know what? We're going to start right away today, counting a sequence of numbers. Those are going to be 10, 10, 10, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, and then 3, and I'll throw that one in for free. So, here we go. Lower down as low as you can go. 10, and count that sequence. 10, you can use your palms on the thighs to help you press up. 10. You fold forward if that makes it easier for you right now. 3. Although as you get stronger, I'd like for you to stay a little bit more upright, or stay as upright as you can. 3. I believe this is the third 3. 4. 4. 4, and then that final 3. Perfect. Now, we're going to continue to use the wall, but we're going to be using the single leg method. So if the wall were behind me, in this case I'll show you with the chair, I'm going to make sure I have 1 foot closer to the wall, 1 foot further away from the wall, so that I'm strengthening one leg a little bit more at a time. It's important to do exercises like this so that we don't encourage or promote a strength imbalance between one leg and the next. You can do exactly the same thing against the wall, making sure that there's at least a little bit of space between the closer foot to the wall and the wall itself. So get yourself set up, grab a chair if you need it for balance, for additional support. We're gonna spell that or count that sequence backwards, starting from 3, 4. Whatever leg is closer to the wall, 4 is the one that's going to be getting more work. 4, 3, 3, 3, 10, 10, and 10. Now let's switch feet. We won't take any rest time. We'll count this in a multiple of 8 starting from 0, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, and 80. Good work if you made it through all of those repetitions. Now that was for your hamstrings, your glutes, and your quadriceps. Let's do a little bit more work specifically for the glutes, specifically for sideways movements. So grab a chair, stand behind it, grab a hold of it. We're going to raise our right leg as high up as we can. No need to do anything extra with our arms. I want you focusing on lifting that leg as high as you can, squeezing the muscle on the side of your hip, and then dropping it down right after the squeeze. We'll count backwards from 80, starting at 80. Give a little pause to squeeze the muscle there. 72, 64. If that's feeling a little bit easier for you, 56, you can do it with one leg a little bit further back. 48, so they're not exactly side by side. The leg I'm raising, 40, is a little further back. That really intensifies the action of the gluteus medius. 32, you can also rotate the femur and lead with the heel to make it still a little bit more challenging for you. What were we at? 24, 16, I really hope I didn't mess that one up. 8, I think I'm getting better multitasking, but it's a long, slow process, let me tell you. Let's do the same thing on the other side, and we'll just make this a nice easy multiple of 5, starting from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The important thing is that you find the method that is appropriate for you. 30, whether that's a little harder or a little easier. 35, 40, and that you challenge yourself appropriately from week to week and month to month. Was that 40, 45, and 50? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to just be active for the sake of being active, although it does improve your mood, but you also want to make some improvements as well. So you can have a seat right now, and I'm going to ask that you grab a rubber band. And what I'd like for you to do is to loop that band around the bottom of your right foot. We're going to be working the muscles in your mid and upper back. So grab the other ends of the bands. We're going to start by separating the hands as much as possible. You don't need to bring them up to the level of the shoulder. You can keep them a little bit lower. If you still can't bring them very high up, go ahead, still pull them back and keep them close to the hip. It's just activating your muscles in a different way. So let's count this. We might as well do a multiple of 9, starting at 0. Hold and then release. 9. 18. You could be doing it like this as well. 27. Or like this. 36. Find the position that works best for you. 45. 54. 63. 72, 81, and 90. Now I'd like for you to take that band and loop it around your left foot. And this time, we're going to be pulling our elbows in, keeping the elbows close to the side, not separating hands whatsoever. Counting, let's do a multiple, or we'll count 90 backwards from 9. What am I thinking? 90, 81, 72, 63, 54, 45, 36, 27, 18, 9, and 0. Excellent. You can take that band and just put it to the side for now because you won't need it. I'm going to turn to show you the next exercise in profile. So you have the option of alternating a knee raise. You can make that more difficult by raising your arms up or setting them out to the side so you don't use the hands as a support. You can make this a little bit more difficult by extending the legs out and doing a leg raise like this, where you're drawing the foot towards and away from the body rather than up and down towards the floor. So that's going to make things a little more challenging. Again, that one is still more difficult if you raise your hand up. So you're going to choose which method works best for you. We'll count this as a multiple of 4, starting from 0, 4, always alternating, 8, 12, hope you're counting those numbers ahead of me, 16, 20, I'm not sure I trust myself today, 24, to be getting it perfectly correct, 28, 32, 36, 40, we're not going to stop there, we're going to come back from 40, 36, 32, 28, let's speed it up a little bit, 24, 20, 16, 12, 8, 4, and 0. Good. Just sit a little further back in your chair right now. I'll get closer to you. I want for you to reach down as far as you can to your left. If you need to brace your free hand against the side of the chair to support you in this movement, you can. But ultimately, it would be better if you relied on the strength of your own body. So maybe better if you separate your feet and give yourself a wider base of support. So all together, we'll reach to the left, come back to neutral, reach to the right. Breathing in and out, and in and out. If you really want to make this a little bit more intense for you, you can raise the arm up at the same time so you stretch a little bit more of the raised side. It's really your choice. Do what is most comfortable for you right now. We'll do 3 more per side. Breathing in, out, in, out, in, and out. Excellent. So I think that is going to be it for the exercise component in today's session. We'll just do a little bit of coordination work with the ball. So grab your basketball or rubber ball, bouncy ball. Actually, it doesn't really have to bounce today. We're going to be tossing from left to right. I think last week we were tapping and tossing, or tapping and bouncing, so we're going to tap and toss today. I want to see 2 taps with the left foot, 3 taps with the right foot. All right? You're going to just always be switching the ball from one hand to the next. What did I say? 2 with the left, 3 with the right. 2 with the left, 3 with the right. We'll go with that. We'll count in a multiple of 6, starting from, by the way, you can track the ball with your eyes today. There's no need to train peripheral sight every single time. So starting at 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, and 60. Now we're going to count 60 backwards, but we're going to tap twice with the right, 3 times with the left. Starting at 60, 54. Oh my gosh, I already messed that up. 48. Oh, I'm really having a tough time today. 42. 38. 32. 4. Oh my gosh. You know what? I completely lost it on this one. I hope that makes you feel better. Some days you're sharper, some days you're weaker, but it's a challenge for all of us. So I think we'll just stop there for the day. I hope you had a great session. I tried to keep this one a little bit shorter because the last one was over time. But until I see you again, I'm wishing you a really wonderful few days. Make sure to stay active, stay healthy, and stay safe.